Good afternoon. My name is Desiree, and 3 years ago I started to do researches about my family, and I got information that my grandfathers and my great-grandfathers were involved in the Second World War. One of my grandfather, he was a part of Hitler's party, and he was in the war for 6 years. My other grandfather, he went through Poland to Belarus to Russia, and I went to Belarus last year, but before I got some information about the plans from Germany for Belarus. And the plans were to destroy the land, to kill the people, and to take the food for the Wehrmacht soldiers. And in Belarus, I stood next to a grave where 5,000 Jewish people were buried. And suddenly I really realized that it was my family, it was my nation, and that we are responsible for the consequences that follow the war. And you have to know, I always grew up to be proud to be a German. I was proud to have blonde hairs and blue eyes. And I was in Auschwitz this year, for 3 weeks ago, and I felt so ashamed. I felt really ashamed to be a German. And this is why I am a part of the March of Remembrance, to talk about my history, to talk about and to break the silence and to remember. I'm an upstander. Thank you.
If you are a survivor or a second gen, please come forward and connect with them. Please come forward, and you can, girls, just stay right there. Any survivors or families of survivors or Jewish people, please come and give them a hug or something. They came on their own funds to speak for 5 minutes from Germany. A lot of them, one of them, it's their first time in America. All we did was go to the mall yesterday. I mean, they're here for you. No, you just talked to them. Okay, please come and just connect with them to the side. I just want to, while they're doing that, these people have broken the veil of silence and are willing to confess their own sin. You know, there's a scripture in Psalms, twice King David says it. And he says, a broken spirit and a contrite heart I will not despise. That is the kind of sacrifice that the Lord wants from us. Raise your hand if you have had any kind of prejudice against any type of people. Please just raise your hand, let's be honest. This is breaking the veil of silence time. This is the atmosphere. And I just want you to just take that hand and just put it on your heart for a moment. Just close your eyes and ask the Lord to forgive you for this prejudice or stereotype, or any time you were silent when you saw injustice or going on around you. This is just your time there, where you are, while they're connecting here. Lord, and I ask you to forgive us for our own types of prejudice. It could be against a person with gray hair, just because someone with gray hair once abused you. We have issues with people, not just against religion or race. Women, men, whatever. I ask for a complete healing from that Lord above for all of us. In fact, that scripture says that the Lord will draw near to you when you have a broken spirit and a contrite heart. The only reason that we do these marches is to help all of us, different types of conflicting groups. I know I have a friend here, I won't say who she is. I invited her to come, and her family's from Ramallah, and we're becoming good friends. Is that good? Palestinian, Arabs, and Jews? Is that a good thing? Yes. When I was in Germany and I met the founder of this March of Life, Pastor Jobst Bittner, and there were survivors speaking amongst all of them, I saw hundreds of people like Louisa and Desiree weeping and broken in their seats. They found out my parents were Holocaust survivors, and I was videoing, and they lined up behind me, begging me to just forgive themselves for just being indifferent and their own type of prejudice that was passed down from their families. And I also want to tell you that it's because of Christians who put feet to their faith, like we're going to do today. We're going to be public and we're going to march. We're not going to just do this like the chief of police said. Don't keep it just in a little church or in your homes. Go to the streets and declare never again. That's what we're doing today. It was Christians who put feet to their faith that hid my parents, and that's why I get to be here today, and I'm thankful.